鋼の錬金術師
All right, let's pick up a Fullmetal Alchemist here. We're starting volume 19 here and chapter 74. The title of chapter 74 is Frasco no Naka no Kobito, which is the small person or dwarf inside the flask. We finally figured that out. But notice, this actually says, pronounce it like homunculus. So again, we have a good example of seeing one thing and being told another. So it's homunculus, but the meaning here is a dwarf inside a flask. Isn't Kobito a cookie too? Probably. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Kimbri no migite ni wa Taiyo no Kigo. So as for on Kimberly's right hand, it's the symbol of the sun. Soste migite ni Tsuki no Kigo. And then on the left hand, or left hand, symbol of the moon. Sunawachi yo to in. Yo to in. These are fancy ways of saying like Taiyo. Yo. I don't know why in. Yo here would be just like it's the yo of Taiyo, meaning sun. So sunshine. Oh, it could be yin and yang. What is what would have in it? Tai-in? Yeah, the moon. Yeah, so this is also yin. So you could see this as like light and darkness, yin and yang. So all that means yin and yang, light and darkness. さらに上向きと下向きの三角を組み合わせるとヘキサグラムになる. Okay, so like in the end, uemuki to, like the upper part and the lower part, the triangles, if you combine them, they become a hexagram. Traditionally, these are the wrong way around. Well, there you go. How's that? これは陽大元素のすべてを含む記号. The point up is supposed to be male sun. Okay, so as for this thing, Yodai Genso, the four big elements, all of them Fukumu Kiko, a symbol, Fukumu, containing or comprising. I don't know if Yondai Genso is a phrase. Let's check that out. Yeah, it is. The four classical chemical elements: earth, fire, earth, air, and water, which are, of course, the Final Fantasy elements, right? Okay, so this symbol represents the four major elements. Yatsuno wa sayo no te no hira o awaseru koto de hatsudou suru taipu no renseijin da. Okay, so as for that thing, or that guy, not clear, left and right hands, on the palm of the left and right hands, by using that or displaying that, hatsudou suru taipu, invoking a type of invocation, alchemy. he's doing transmogrifying. That's like a type of invocation by displaying those on the palms of his hands. Or I guess this is transmutation circle. Okay, so he makes his transmutation circle by putting those two together. What's the method I use to get so good at reading Japanese? Is this the method? I never used Anki. A mixture of just a lot of reading and doing various different types of flashcards and reading and studying over and over, and then like trying not to gap too much. Honestly, I don't have any really good advice there. I think I personally I would discourage just memorizing kanji less, or I would discourage memorizing kanji and more about learning words and then learning the kanji of the words that you're learning. It's like if you want to learn kanji, it's better to learn words and how they're used and then to learn the kanji. Otherwise, there's nothing to... I found that there was no way to get them to stick. But then other than that, you're learning grammatical phrases and structures. And so a good way to do that is to be able to read something like this and then be able to check an English translation to ensure that you're close with your understanding of what's actually being said. And if you're wrong, like why that's the case. That's what I found useful. I don't know. I don't know if that's helpful. Honestly, like if you have the chance, taking a class is probably good because it gets you consistently doing something. ということは、片手だけ封じればどうにかなるか. So as for that so-called thing, with just both hands, if you seal or if you press, what does it become? Wait, katazuke. That is not katazuke, I guess. Katate is actually one hand. Okay. Oh, okay. So if seal or block just one hand, if that's the case, then if seal or block one hands, what happens? どうにかなるか. と思いたいんだが, like I want to think, but どうにかなる. Wait, okay, maybe that is not what I thought it was. Ujireba. Yeah, prevent with just one hand. Oh, I guess it's like if preventing with just one hand, is that what it becomes? Is that what it all means? It's something like that. And that, so Ed is saying like, I want to think that it's that way, but あの野郎、賢者の石を持ってる. That dude has a sage stone. これが厄介なんだよな. That thing is yakkai. A trouble. It's a nuisance. Oh, okay. We get the splash page for the chapter. A little montage of all our main players right now. And again, Frasco no naka no kobito, the small person inside the flask, homunculus. So I don't think we know anything of what that could be at this point. So this is either a new character or will be a flashback. 例文章中条ですか? Is it General Raven? Okay, we're back. We're back at the fort where this guy from Central has just arrived. Is it General Raven? さあ、ここから出て行った様子はないですね. Well, from this place, like leaving out appearance is not. It didn't look like he left this place. And koko, this place is the kanji for fort, the toride. So leaving from this place or the fort. Koko no naka wa, okay, so this guy is like asking various people about General Raven. Koko no naka yo fukusatsu desu kara? As for the inside of this place, it's complex. Because it's complex, ならないものが一人で歩き回ってどこかで事故になんてこともありえますよ。Arieru is to be possible, probable. So unaccustomed people alone walking around, dokoka, somewhere. Yeah. In some place, like to an accident or something like that, even is possible. Satene, well, アームストロング少々と二人力で最下層に降りてくのを見たのが最後ですな。Okay. Okay, so with General Armstrong, two people, Kiri. Did I say Riki? Kiri. Futari Kiri. I think that's Kiri as a suffix. I don't know. The end. It could be the end. Or the limits or bounds. Like with just two people to the lowest level, descending. Seeing that was the last. Okay, so the last seeing was descending to the lowest levels with just, I guess, just him and General Armstrong. Dun dun dun. And now we found out in the previous chapter that General Armstrong has been recalled to Central. Sound of footsteps. Moo. Yeah, これはアームストロング少々. This is General Armstrong. 青2歳のマスタングが中央勤務とはな。Okay. Okay, Mustang Chuo duty. Ao Nisai. A blue 2-year-old? Ao Nisai. An immature youth, a greenhorn, a novice. Okay, so like as for central duty for Mustang, a greenhorn. Basically like you're a greenhorn Mustang, like why do you have duty in Central? Kind of like that feeling. Towana. Donna neko otsuka. Oh, sorry, not neko. Donna konne を使った。What kind of kolne did you make? Kolne connections. Okay. What kind of connections or pull did you make? Hey Susan, how's it going? Good to see you. How you feeling? いや、実力じゃないですか? Oh. She's like, what sort of connections did you make, like, to get to Central? Oh, like, are you in with them? And he's like, no, it true strength. It's just my natural ability, my true strength. 何この空気? Like, what's with this mood or this atmosphere? So she briefly, I guess, gets very suspicious of him. Like, why did you get pulled here to Central? Not doing too bad. Getting we're gonna switch over here to Julia in just about like 15 or so minutes, and then I got to get to music practice. 少々殿は今日はどのようなご用事で? Okay, so as for the Lord General, as for today, like what sort of business do you have? 大僧と閣下に呼ばれてきた. I came because I came was called by His Excellency the Super President. 北へしばらく No. 北へはしばらく戻れんかもしれんな. So as for to the north, for a while, not able to return probably. では、ぜひ一度一緒に食事でも? Well then, certainly one time together, having a meal or something like that. Like, we should have a meal together at some point. おごりか? おごり. Oh, like a treat? Like a treat? 貴様が発散するまで食べていいなら言ってやるぞ. Okay. You, Hassan, bankruptcy, like to the point of doing bankruptcy. Eating, if it's good, I'll go. Okay, so like I'll go if it's okay if I eat you into bankruptcy. 食事は諦めます。諦めます. As for dinner, or as for food, 諦めます. I will give up. Yeah, I'll give up on dinner. 本当に破産させられそうだ. Yeah, so truly seems like I would be bankrupt. Would be made bankrupt. Not a cheap date. なんだ? 肝と財布. 肝と財布の小さい男だな. Like, what? Your courage and your wallet are a small man. The courage and the wallet of a small man it is. Wow. では、せめて麗しい 麗しい少々殿に似合いの花でも送るとしましょう. Okay, so, well then, at least, uruwashi, beautiful or lovely. To the beautiful Lord General, a appropriate or suitable flowers or something like that, like shall I give, shall I send, yeah, shall I send or confer, yeah, it's confer. Shall I award, shall I give you, send you off with an appropriate flowers or something like that, blah, blah, blah. She seems a bit surprised. Central ni wa yoi hana ga oi desu kara. As for in Central, good flower shops there are many because so ka, I see. He's referring to the contact that he got from her, who was the flower vendor. That's what probably all that was about. Okay, well, here we go. Does he have more swords on the wall? There's like 7 up there now. At least 7. I also like this very stark room. We got the desk, swords, a bookshelf, a door, a banner, and then like nothing. Sate, well then. Armstrong Shosho, General Armstrong. You can have, well, especially when you, yeah. レイボン中将の行方不明の件について聞こう. So like let's talk or let's ask about the incident of the unknown whereabouts of General Raven. Kiku is to like ask questions. So let's ask. Nani o shita? Like what happened? What did you do? Nani o shita? Yeah, if it would be like what happened, it would be like do natta or do natteru or something like that. This is more like you did something. Like what was it? これは騙しきれんな. Damashi is to deceive, right? Damashi kire. So kire is usually a way to talk about like the end of something. And so damashi is to deceive. And as for this, like deceiving, it's the end of. Like this is the end of the deception. Kaka, Your Excellency. Kaka tomo aro o kata ga ano yo na soko mono o soba ni oite orareru to wa douyu koto deshou ka? Okay, so even with His Excellency, people like that, sokomono, no, sokotsumono, careless. A careless person like that, or careless people like that, but purposefully by your side having, like, what is the meaning of that? Or why do that? Douyu koto deshou ka? Shimatsu shita no kane? So shimatsu is like eradicate or exterminate. So exterminated? Didn't you? You got rid of him, didn't you? いらんでしょ、あれは。いらんでしょ。いらない. So, like, this is to be necessary, but this is the negative. So, like, it probably wasn't necessary that thing or that guy. That guy wasn't necessary. あのような口先だけの口の軽いやから、やからが、やからがいては、たかのためになりません。Okay, so a light mouth, やからがいて. Party. Fellow. Let's go with fellow. I don't know why yakara. Okay, and kuchisake, kuchisaki. Lip service. Kuchisaki dake is insincere. And kuchi no karui. Yeah. Loose, talkative. Got it. Okay. So, as for a guy with loose-tongued and insincere like that guy, for the purposes of His Excellency, does not become. Okay. A little bit weird, but like does not become the usefulness for His Excellency with a talkative, careless guy, insincere guy like that. Kimi no doko dande? So your dokudan, like your own judgment, and de is like through. So through your own judgment. Watashi mizukara no te de. That's right. Like with my own hand. Oh, yeah, like no, with my own hand. Right, she pushed him in. Well, she stabbed him and pushed him into the cement. Okay. なんなら現場を掘ってください. Like なんなら if you are so inclined. If it suits you, the place itself, please dig it. Please dig up the place itself. 血のついた私の手袋が一緒に埋まってます。Like my blood-stained glove together is buried there. He's buried with my blood-stained glove. Or she doesn't say he is buried, but being buried together with my blood-stained glove. レイボン中将は君に何を言った? As for General Raven, what said to you? What did he say to you? 不死の軍団について、この国の成り立ちについて、ホモンクルスについて、そして閣下の正体。聞きもしないことをいろいろ教えてくれました。Okay, so what did he talk about? About the Undying Army, Immortal Army, this country's Naritachi founding? Oh. No. The composition of this country, about the homunculus, and about the His Excellency's like true nature, true form. Uh, even things I didn't ask about, various things told. Told me about even things I didn't even ask about. I think Naritachi here is like the founding of the country. Okay. That will be a good stopping point. We'll see how the super president reacts to her basically laying all the cards on the table. We'll pick up with that next time.